Yo, what is going on guys? It is Caspahz here, and today I am going to show you 4 ways to acquire the Wonder Weapon in Firebase Z. I've received a ton of questions on this topic, so I decided to make this video. You can use the timestamps to help navigate and save yourself some time. The first method requires the use of the trial computer. You can start up a couple trials, complete them successfully, and once you stack up your rewards to the legendary rarity, there's a high probability of receiving the Wonder Weapon. If you're not sure how trials work, I will quickly explain it. Once you start one, you will receive a challenge on the screen with a time limit. The task for the challenge varies every time, however, once you're doing it successfully and progressing, the challenge icon will actually glow in red. Continue starting trials and completing them. Keep stacking the rewards until your reward is stacked up to the legendary rarity. It will take you about 3 to 4 trial challenges to stack up the rarity to legendary. Once you have it, go to the reward station and claim your reward. I was receiving the RAI K Wonder Weapon about 75% of the time. There's a high probability of you receiving it from the trials. I've received many questions asking if it's possible to get the weapon from the mystery box. Yes, it is. However, it is entirely luck based and your luck increases as you enter into the higher rounds. If you're trying to get this weapon from the box strictly, I would highly recommend doing it once you get into the high rounds. The third way to acquire the Wonder Weapon is by activating the Lootbox Easter Egg. For this to work, you need to stabilize all 3 reactors and fully turn on the power. Once you have that done, come back to the Pack-a-Punch machine, go up the staircase, and there will be a rabbit sitting on the chair right there. All you need to do is look at the rabbit for about 10 to 15 seconds. You will first hear a noise confirmation, and shortly after, the rabbit will rise and it will flow directly towards you. You will be teleported into this dark area at which you will see 3 glowing rabbits. One is gonna pop up, you will need to shoot it, it will then teleport to another location. You will need to do this 3 times and then the box will appear with your loot. This is Firebase Z's version of the Coffin Dance Easter Egg that was present on D Machina. I believe that the trials give a better probability of landing on the Wonder Weapon, however there is also a fairly high chance of getting it with this Easter Egg. It also doesn't hurt to do this as you will receive a Juggernaut perk for free. The last method will give you the Wonder Weapon 100% of the time and it requires you to build it. I know a lot of players were having trouble with the dartboard step, so I will give you a nice detailed explanation and you'll be able to get it every single time. After fully turning on the power, you can go into the weapons lab and pick up the first part, which is the blueprint for the weapon. The second part can be located in the area behind the dome. It is called the Scorched Defense. You can go up to the body of Dimitri, interact with it, and you'll gouge out the eye. A cutscene will appear of you wrecking the zombie, and right after it finishes, you will have the second part in your inventory. Once you've got the eyeball, make your way back to the weapon lab where you grabbed the blueprint from. Interact with the retina scanner and it will begin to scan Dimitri's eyeball. Once it finishes, a locker key will dispense from the desk. Grab the key from the drawer and now make your way over to the barracks. There are 2 buildings side by side. They are going to have identical looking lockers inside them. Go up to each and every one of them and use your key on them. If you've opened up the right locker, you will hear a sound of a mimic spawning. If nothing spawned yet, go to the next building and do the exact same thing. If you kill one mimic and it doesn't drop anything, that's okay. Another one will spawn. You can kill that mimic and it will drop you the next piece, which is the barrel assembly. Go ahead and pick up the piece, and now we are going to move on to the dartboard step. Go back into the weapon lab and interact with the computer. You will now see that there is going to be a graph with a moving piece. It is going to stop 3 times. Every time it stops, I would highly recommend taking a photo and if possible pause the game if you're on solo. I always try to do this step either at the end of the round or if I have enough space between me and the remaining zombies, just so you're not interrupted and hit. For this step, all you need to do is take the photos. Once we get to the dartboard, I will properly explain it and you will understand exactly how to hit the right numbers. After you've got the 3rd position documented, make your way over into the village next to the Pack-a-Punch machine. In this room, there is going to be a dartboard hanging from the wall. This is where the explanation comes into play. First things first, if you look at the dartboard, the area that is highlighted in a white stroke is the area that is constantly lit up on the computers when you interact with it. The next thing I would like to point out is that the dartboard is divided into light parts and dark parts. If you look in the top right hand corner of the screen, you can see a piece that is faded. This is going to be a dark part. Just underneath it, we have a solid one, which is going to represent the light part. The 3 computer screens at the bottom were the exact ones I had in my game. I put the numbers down underneath each one of them, and that is the number that corresponds with the dartboard. I hope this image gives you a little bit more clarity if you are having trouble with the step. You can always screenshot this image and refer to it every time you're on the step. Once you've matched up the numbers, go back to the dartboard and shoot the numbers in the exact same order that they appeared on the computer. Once you've shot the 3rd one, shoot the dartboard directly in the middle and it will open up, giving you the next part. Go ahead and pick up the part, and now we are moving on to the very last part before you can craft yourself the weapon. For the last component, you will need to continue progressing through the rounds until a mangler spawns. Once he begins to charge up a shot and his arm begins to glow, you will want to shoot directly at it. It is very important that you kill the mangler while he is charging up a shot. If you kill him while he is not, the part will not drop. If that is the case, play through a couple more rounds, another mangler will spawn, and then you will have another attempt at it. Once you've picked up the part, make your way back over to the weapon lab, place the power cell onto the desk and interact with it again, it will begin charging. You will now need to end the round and play through a full round completely. Once that round is finished, you will see that the power cell will be fully charged. Go ahead and pick it up, and now you can build yourself the Wonder Weapon on this table. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, I would greatly appreciate if you could drop a like on it before you go. Also, if you never want to miss a future upload of mine, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and you'll be notified every time I upload. And until next time, it's been Caspahz, and I'm out. Peace.